Hello everyone, this is another extra episode of Grim Down League. At this one I'm gonna show how to do the Hunter's Blind questline, because I saw a lot of players they are not aware. First you have to come here, it's not necessary, but here is the first hint on a fresh character. These two fighting ghosts, they drop a note that open the questline. It's not necessary usually, and basically the notes give you hints. Either you have to kill the Amalgam that haunts the Coliseum, or Titan War, that dinosaur type of boss at Forgotten Gods. Me personally, I prefer Amalgam. The boss is harder, but the questline after that is a little bit easier, because all the items that you have to collect is basically part of the game, of your basically route. It's good to be a reasonable level when you start this quest. I have almost max resistances and stuff. Questline is quite hard, especially if you have a already built a tree like me. Build that I'm gonna use for this is standard necro setup. Just I plan to play a ritualist according to the new item at the league, see how it goes. But for now I am mainly skeleton. We have to get rid of all the healers. Amalgam is a very dangerous boss. Of course I have advantage because I'm pet class. Pet class very strong during the campaign, if I am be careful enough. There is another healer. My army is gone. I have to lure him a little bit here. And get rid of the healers first. This is the most annoying part of this quest. We're gonna reset our army. And now without healers he's pretty vulnerable. And after you kill him there is a NPC. This is gonna be the Silent N. I prefer this NPC over Ricardio. Ricardio questline is very tedious, very hard. Of course Amalgam is much harder than Titan War, but still I prefer this questline over that. And after you spoke with him, he wants you to come here. These plays don't exist in the vanilla game, this is a mod feature. He wants few items from here, and there is where you're introduced to the league mechanic. Here there is a ghost camp. This is a little bit problematic because my tree is almost maxed, so I'm gonna spawn pretty deadly enemies, but usually you're not gonna spawn so much heroes and stuff at first. And I spawned the worst ones. For you it's not gonna be that hard, that's just me, because my usually my tree is disabled, but because camps they act according to your tree level, that's why I spawn so much harder enemies, which is gonna slow down the process. And here is the actual quest. The ancient blueprint. Next quest. We have to write Arkovian Undercity. I'm gonna use Broken Hills waypoint. Basically Arkovian Undercity Den is before Kilrian. And we go immediately jump to Kilrian. I'm not gonna kill these guys, I'm gonna stick to the objective. There is a totem. It's a nice chunk of experience, I'm gonna do it. Let's resummon what was killed. Physique dump. On a pet build, this is the most beauty part. You can play full physique, and it's one of the safest playthroughs in the game, if not the safest. And here is the den, exactly before these two breach. You have to break this wall, remember this position, and here is the den. This is secret passage. You can find a couple of chests here. Nothing something crazy, but still free loot. Free iron bits as well. Let's move forward. We have to get rid of the healers all the time. This den is a little bit large, but still much easier than the Forgotten God ones. Especially when you go deep in the questline, you have to go on several dangerous places, which I don't like. This time we don't have ghost camp. It's gonna be just Trixie. And we have to kill Trixie. She's a arcanist. Basically she's gonna strip all our buffs. And I don't want this. Skeletons, they are very squishy. That's why I try to keep them alive with different devotions and stuff. We got the second quest item. And now it's talk to Silent N at the river bank of Broken Hills. So we go back to Broken Hills. Here is where players get confused. Just take the north path from the rift. Here is the ancient ruins, basically Kilran dungeon, and just follow the star on the minimap. There is a secret path here, and there is Silent N waiting for you. You take the boat, just click on the boat after you take the quest. At first, just this rift gate's gonna be open, not all three of them. I use merit, that's why I have all of them. And after that, you have to spoke with Traun. Traun's gonna ask you 2 questions, just to see if you're worthy for a hunter. First one is, what is the main purpose of the Order of the Arkovian Hunt? Basically, this is to get rid of the curse. I am ready for the next question. What character trait is most important for an Arkovian hunter? This is humility. And that's you pass the test. He's gonna give you another quest. And that's basically find materials in the God's Den and Smuggler Pass. So Smuggler Pass is here. This God's Den is quite dangerous because you have to pass some material ground. You can see the star on the minimap. Basically Den is after this ethereal. Just keep your potion off cooldown so you can drink it before you die. That's why it's very important to be a reasonable level. Don't go here, this is the right path, bro. Pay attention to the mutators as well. And here is when you met the architect. Also Nebe. This quest line is very important because it's gonna give you few alteration orbs to start with. After we have all of this, we can go back to Throne. Give them Lapis Portalis. He's gonna need 2 items. Gutter Prone Claw and Spider Venom. This basically 2 mini bosses at the campaign. That's why I prefer this quest line over the Forgotten Gods. Because you anyways at some point gonna kill these 2 bosses. One of them is Ikrix. And the other one is Angoliax, the spider at Pine Barrens. And here is the star. I leave Elsa quest on a purpose. Dahlia, sorry. So I can find Ticrix much easier instead of looking the whole map. Let's clear a little bit. This is a treasure trove. It's nothing to do with it. Next we're gonna port to Pine Barrens. There is a several quests that we have to do here. I'm gonna take them, they're on the way anyways. That's why ideal you start questline with the hunters around level 40, 35. When you unlock these areas on a fresh character, I mean. I use merit just to make the video not so long. You waiting for me level and stuff. Pine Barrens, a very good place to catch up some reputation and fast leveling. For now our Briarthorn doesn't did much, but still is an extra summon. That's gonna tank hit or two. Oh. Problem when you play Necro pets, you have to be very aggressive because skeleton aggro range is terrible compared to other summons. That's why I'm constantly on top of the mobs. Otherwise I'm not gonna score any damage if I stay behind. She killed one of our skeletons. They're still kinda squishy. We don't have soul devotion points to keep them alive. But definitely my next point's gonna be giant. Next devotion, I mean. Let's check what I need for giant. I need blue and green. That's gonna be a little bit problematic. I can take blue from here. Stack is gonna make them and me a little bit more tanky as well. A lot of people they complain. But if you know how to build a proper pet build during leveling, they're not gonna die so often. Damage is just very, very high. Here is the second quest item that we need. Also bonus devotion point. I'm gonna use my Mark of Torment so I can burst him down. We got some interesting boots, I think. Not very good. There is one devotion point that I want, and after that I'm gonna go back for the throne quest. We have to craft a runestone for our headgear as well. That's gonna fix some resistance issues early on. Another dump at the shaman tree for stats, and I'm gonna bring some quest back to the Pine Barrens just for a reputation. I'm not gonna take the last quest, it's too much time investment, and I'm gonna continue dump points. I need to reach Primal Bond. That's gonna make my pets a little bit more tanky, but this is not the idea of this video. Let's continue with the Hunter's Blinds questlines. I return the items to throne. He's gonna send us to learn from Sigrand, which is basically north from the waypoint. This is another confusing part. He's over here. At the training pit. And here is where it's the Tree of Alteration, but I'm not gonna activate it right now. I'm gonna probably make a separate video how to progress this and how different nodes work. But for now I'm gonna focus on the questline. Now Sigrand's gonna send us to meet Throne and arrest. This gate's gonna open. It's a little bit slow process. Let's refresh the experience potion. This is a shortcut to different mechanics in the game, but you have to finish completely the quest line, which basically needs a lot of endgame content. It's gonna give you the last quest. We have to fight a bunch of Nemesis and basically the Architect. So be sure your resistance is in a good condition here. This fight is quite hard. My resistance a little bit bad. This not gonna be so hard as Nemesis, but they still gonna be our army is gone. This is extremely hard quest usually. There is a thunder mechanic on the Lucia, which make the things even worse. You have to kite a lot. It's not the best fight for a pet build, so that's why. And basically I'm not very prepared for this battle, but still I'm gonna manage, I think. Chase is a little bit annoying. And this is the last quest from the actual quest line to unlock everything. Now you have to progress the tree and stuff. This quest rewards 10 essence of alteration. That's why it's very important on a fresh character to finish this battle. These 10 alteration orbs gonna help you a lot to build the tree at the first levels. Every single quest after that is a random quest. After you kill Nemesis, they're gonna drop several quest items. But this is the main quest line. And I'm gonna finish the episode here. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next one.